Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel for this update video. Very disappointing, but what does it mean for Newcastle United now that Man United have beat Man City in the FA Cup final? They've knocked us out of Europe. They have gained the Europa League spot, which knocks down Chelsea to the Europa Conference League. Very disappointing. But there's a silver lining to it as well. So I'm going to try and explain it as best as I can. This is my personal opinion on the situation. First of all, gutted. Man City never turned up today against Man United. Man United were brilliant behind the ball. The counter-attacked fantastic with numbers, and they took their two chances brilliantly. Man City were never at the game. Doku made an interesting second half when he came on. I thought he was their best player, but it just wasn't to be. It really wasn't, and it's just one of those things. We're just going to have to accept it. However, is there a chance Newcastle can still get Europe? Very slim. Chelsea have not met the regulations of FFP on the European standard, so at the moment they're at risk of being kicked out of Europe because they're not meeting the PSR boundaries. So could that place become a Newcastle United place? Who knows? I don't officially know. It could go to another continent. I have honestly no idea. But it's something to think about. If Chelsea are kicked out of Europe, will Newcastle have a reprieve and be put back into Europe? Now, what does it mean for Newcastle United as a club for not being in Europe? So obviously revenue won't be as high as what it could have been. Sponsorships might not be as high as what they could have been. It means we've got to work harder to attract players, potentially. Does Tosan go to Man United now because they've got Europe and he'll get more game time? Or will he still come to Newcastle because we believe we are the front runners for his signature? Fingers crossed he comes to us. Kelly looks like it's a done deal, but Tosan was the one that I was still worried about because of Man United's interest in him. They're desperate for centre-backs, just like ourselves. But these two free transfers could free up a decent budget for us to attack other areas. Rumours of Ipswich being interested in Miggy, which is very interesting. I can't see him going there. Also, Nick Pope potentially has interest from Ipswich, his hometown club. Very interesting takes. Now, why is there a silver lining? Now, this is my personal opinion. Now, I said this months and months ago. Is getting Europa Conference League really the be-all to end all of our season? Europa League, yes. Big competition, win it, get into the Champions League, you're playing bigger teams. It's more of a spectacle. Probably get more prize money as well, more sponsorship, bigger gates, bigger crowds. But the Conference League, would it just be a distraction? You'd be playing Thursday night, Sunday, Thursday, Sunday, all the time. 2 games in a week. We've seen what it did to our season this season, how bad it hampered us being in the Champions League, the way it ruined our squad with injuries. So I said, should we not really qualify for the Europa Conference and then concentrate next season on absolutely hammering the league? I got a lot of stick for it, and it looks like it's going to happen. But go back to last season. Not the season has just finished. The season we qualified for the Champions League. We didn't have any distractions in Europe. We're out of the FA Cup early. Yes, we got to the Carabao Cup final, which was a distraction, and it nearly cost us our top 4 place because we had that really bad patch just before Christmas where we weren't winning games. So I personally think not being in the Europa Conference League will be a benefit to Newcastle next season as a silver lining, because we won't have to worry about playing 2 games in a week. It will then mean our players will be fresher. We'll have options off the bench. The injury crisis will hopefully disappear because of that as well. So I personally think top 4 is the aim next season if there's no Europe, which it looks like it's going to be that dependent on Chelsea, which honestly, I think I'm clutching at straws on that one. But I think no Europa Conference next season is a big plus for us to push for a top 4 place. And if we can make the extra signings that we'd like to, imagine if we get Bowen in and shore up that right-hand side. and you've got Gordon on the left, you've got Isak up front. I personally think top four is a massive possibility as long as our recruitment is right. Yes, we're going to have to sell the project. Now, remember, we were told it will take 3 summer windows to overhaul the squad. Now, we haven't overhauled it as much as we thought we would at this point as fans. The club might think they're on track, but as fans, we look at it and go, why have we still got Hayden, Hendrick, Lewis, Dummett, Richie? These players are still taking a living from Newcastle United and not kicking a ball for us and never will kick a ball for us again. So we've got a big, big summer ahead of us. And if we get this summer recruitment right and we push next season, push hard, we will finish in the top 4 next season. And that is going to be the shining silver lining on this season, not qualifying for Europe. Please tell me what you think. Tell me if I'm talking a load of crap. Tell me if you agree with me. Drop a comment. Honestly, I appreciate everyone who watches the videos. Slam a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. It really does help. Thank you so much to everyone who's done it. It's been crazy over the last few days with these videos. So thank you so much for supporting me. But don't forget to support our sponsors as well. They do some amazing t-shirts, Diet Crow, Baz 20 for 20% off. Link is in the description. And also football prizes, amazing raffles. Link is in the description. There'll be loads of more prizes up for grabs. They do cash prizes as well, stuff like that. But again, remember, guys, silver lining, we will be pushing for top 4 next season, and that is exciting. Less games, more focus on the league, and a big push in the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, and see if we can get to a final and hopefully end our trophy drought. You just never know. However, lads, we can do it, and we'll see you again very, very, very soon. In fact, tomorrow night, we're doing a season review. Tune in, 8:30 p.m. Sunday. Take care till then.